Are we live? Are we live? I think we might be. Okay. I'm gonna wait for the Twitch chat to catch up with me a little bit. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if it's working. You notice this isn't The Office. You can kind of tell this time that it's not pre-recorded. I know you guys like saying that it's pre-recorded. Not this time, my friends. Not this time. We're at my house. I have pneumonia. I have a sinus infection, and I have a muscle issue with my neck. But I'm here. Also, you can look it up in the news. There's a storm coming through BC, and that is taking out the power in a ton of different places. And the power at work is not working at all. Not going great. So we lost power at work hours ago, and that was terrible. I can see Twitch chat. It's easier to monitor Twitch chat on my own setup. I'll give my setup that. It's doing well that way. There will probably be coughs on this show again, pneumonia. So sorry, I'm gonna say sorry about that already. Linus is not gonna be with me today. I was going to co-host with Nick or Colton or Taryn or something like that. But I was diagnosed with pneumonia today, and we figured out I didn't know like anything about it. So apparently my drugs are still not going to make me non-contagious for another couple days. So I don't want to sit next to someone. So it's just me, and we're at my house because I don't want to go to someone else's house and get bacteria everywhere and be all gross. I was gonna go to Nick's place because Nick has this like nice looking couch and this cool like clock on the wall and stuff, instead of like my spare computer in my kitchen. So yeah, we're here. WAN Show's happening. Topics. There's the world's largest solar project. Samsung is offering Note 7 owners $100 when they turn in their phone but stay with Samsung. I'm sure they're having a lot of troubles there. Those are the only two main news topics we have. This is going to be a great week. Don't worry about it. It's going to be good. There's also the Hyperloop 1 and Dubai Future Accelerators. They're building a Hyperloop for cargo. And the LCD transparent side panel that you guys saw a while ago. Actually, no. This one is going on an NZXT H440. It's going to be available for pre-order, so no one should buy it. And they should wait for it to actually come out, because that's how pre-orders work. Anyways, roll the intro. Hope it works. Squarespace, FreshBooks, and Mack Weldon, which is why I have this super fly shirt on instead of my like usual garb, if you want to call it that. No bugs and on time. We were almost on time. We were not completely on time. I was all set up and ready to go, but I'm not going to exactly tell you what it is. We have this new security system, so I couldn't actually stream on the Linus Tech account. I was able to stream on the test account, if you guys saw that. So it was like, it was good, we were ready, but yeah, we were a few minutes late, but we were pretty close. It was pretty good. So yeah, first one we're going to talk about, no. Let's take a second and talk about something that happened last week. I got called out, Linus got called out, I'm going to address this right here. I'm going to post this in the comments, which is actually someone's Reddit comment. I know you guys are going to be like, what? What? Zaga932 pointed out that we did some pretty shit coverage. I mean, wait. I'm used to being able to swear in this area. Usually on my stream I'm allowed to swear. We did some pretty not very good coverage of the Oculus topic from last week. So we basically said that Oculus was just like, you can use cheaper computers because we want to sell more headsets. And I am sure that that is still part of the problem, or part of what's going on. But there was actually new software tech that came out called asynchronous space warp. So I'm going to play this real quick and hope that this works. Is there anything crazy on screen? Can I share my screen? I think so. Okay, let's watch.
New resources. AMD has implemented support for a new feature that will make VR accessible and enjoyable to more people than ever before. It's called Asynchronous Space Warp, or ASW. ASW works by comparing previously rendered frames to detect motion between them, and using that information to extrapolate the position of scene components in the next frame.
If you recognize this, they've kind of done this for other things in other ways. AMD has done this kind of stuff before for movies, I believe it was. Or pictures or something.
This enables reprojected frames to more accurately approximate how they would look if they had been fully rendered. Combined with the existing asynchronous time warp and quick response queue features, asynchronous space warp helps enable an incredibly smooth and comfortable VR.
Can we all talk for a moment about how monotone this dude's voice is?
Experience at a price more accessible than ever before on AMD CPUs and VR-capable
at a price more acceptable than ever before on AMD CPUs and AMD-capable GPUs. Anyways, it makes it so that you can have a lower frame rate but still get to 90 FPS. Because of space warp tech kind of filling in the gaps, so it doesn't feel quite so bad. I need to check in with Nick to make sure there isn't like major problems with the stream. What is going on right now? I'm getting so many messages. Oh no! I really hope this is recording locally. I didn't check that part before I went live. Hold up. Is this gonna kill the stream? I think we're gonna be restarting the stream now. Okay, bye! Oh, what? I thought it would carry that setting over, but I really don't think it did. Okay, give me a second. Let me make sure it's not actually doing this. It might be locally recording. That would suck so much. Come on now. Please. Do it for me. What is this? It might be. What is this? Okay, no, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think it's recording. I think we're fine. This was created at 4:34. Yeah. Yeah. We're okay. It's been recording locally the whole time. Nobody needs to freak out. One problem, though, is I didn't film a YouTube intro thing. I literally just lost internet, though. Oh, Nick doesn't have internet. It's a mess. Everything's a mess. Don't worry about it. We're going to continue the show. Anyways, sorry about the asynchronous time warp thing. If you guys are interested in that tech, I don't want to go like way too far into it, but we did screw up our coverage last week. Check out that Reddit thread that I posted in the chat. And if you missed that earlier, check out the archive. The thread link should be there with a timestamp, and you guys can check that out. Zaga posted a ton of information if you want to see how it works and blah 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 blah, and it's all very well laid out there, so please check that out. Should be easy to do. Next topic, first actual topic, I guess. We will check out the world's largest solar project, It's apparently going to generate electricity 24 hours a day, which is pretty interesting. It will power 1 million US homes, which I believe is comparable to a nuclear power plant, which is actually pretty freaking wicked. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. If you guys want to see it, check this thing out. That is ginormous. 110 megawatt, I believe that says. Oh no! Holy crap. I don't know why it says the 110 MW when it says it would generate between 1,500 and 2,000 megawatts of power. Enough to power about 1 million homes. That amount of power is as much as a nuclear power plant or the 2,000 megawatt Hoover Dam. So they're trying to compare to the Hoover Dam. Looking at how legendary the Hoover freaking Dam is, that's pretty cool when it's a solar power plant. Looks like they found somewhere pretty flat out in a deserty kind of area, and they're going with a spiral kind of deal. It looks really cool. That's quite awesome. $5 billion sandstone project. Very awesome. 100,000 mirrored heliostats. Captures the sun rays and concentrates it into 10 towers equipped with a molten salt energy storage system. The molten salt heated to more than 1,000 degrees then boils water and creates a steam turbine that can drive generators 24/7. That actually makes tons of sense. I get that. At first I was like, okay, it's solar. How are you generating power 24 hours a day? I'm confused. But now I sort of get it. So yeah. $5 billion, pretty expensive. Construction probably won't begin for another 2 or 3 years, so I guess that's a concept picture. Once construction begins, Smith estimated the project would create about 3,000 jobs for about 7 years. So once it's up, there probably won't be nearly 3,000 people working on it. But 3,000 construction jobs for it to go up for a little while would be great. Yes. I'm getting confused because now I can actively always see chat, and that's not how it usually goes on WAN Show. And there's so many freaking trolls. Like someone just said stream down in all capital letters, and I was like, oh no, what did I do wrong? But then other people are actively talking about what I'm talking about. So I guess it's fine. Okay, so that picture is of an existing 10 times smaller installation. So it's going to be 10 times bigger than that picture was. That's pretty awesome. The company will also have to build a new transmission infrastructure to carry the energy to market, which kind of makes sense. And the generated power will likely be exported to the California market, which also kind of makes sense. Not too surprising. 2 potential sites on federal land in Nye County have been shortlisted, and some environmentalists are concerned about the environmental impact of such a project. I imagine it would be possibly relatively hard for things to grow under the solar panels, yada yada. But if you're going out in the middle of the desert, at the same time, environmentalists being more worried about the environmental impact of a solar plant compared to a nuclear plant is something new, as far as I know. Kind of thought that wasn't too much of a thing. Not entirely sure, but yeah. Clicking noise. That's my chair. I'm sorry. Look how broken my chair is. If I just lean, watch. You can see the tops of my chair. If I just lean, the chair just goes with me. It's not supposed to. That's not a feature. It's broken. It's. I have a terrible chair. I'm working on it. I'm trying to pick a new one, but buying an actually ergonomic chair is actually somewhat of a problem. Anyways, Note 7 owners. Samsung to Note 7 owners. Here's $100 for your phone. This is a CNET article. Let me open it up here really quick. So they're saying that Samsung will give you a $100 credit at carrier or retail outlets who turn in their Note 7 but actually get another Samsung phone. I think the big problem that Samsung is happening right now...
Celebrate the agents of NCIS. Skip.
No. No autoplay audio ads, CNET. That is rude. I don't have ad block on because I'm trying to be a nice person and you're being a jerk. Anyways, back to CNET. So yeah, I think they're having problems with people buying like Apple phones or whatever else after turning in their Note 7 and so they're trying to give people $100. I believe before they were giving people $25. The title of this article, see, in the doc, it says Samsung to Note 7 owners, here's $100 for your phone. And then the title here is Samsung to Note 7 owners, here's an extra $100 for your phone. That's a huge difference. I don't know if that was a copying problem or something, but that's a huge difference. When I first read the title of this article, before reading the notes, I was like, what? Because I was pretty sure that Samsung was trying to buy back their users and trying to buy back confidence and stuff. So I was like, why would they be cheaping the shit out of people? They are not. What they're trying to do is if you turn in your Note 7 but still decide to stay with Samsung, they're trying to give you an extra $100 so that it can help incentivize that whole thing. Not super surprising. So they're saying that the offer comes after Samsung and the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission once again issued a recall for the Note 7 because it was blowing up again. Sorry for the coughing. For the people that didn't notice or weren't here for the beginning, sorry, I have pneumonia, so there will be some coughing today. The replacement units for the Note 7 were recalled as well. So that was kind of a problem. Samsung confirmed that it had killed off half of the Note 7 and warned consumers to power down and turn off their phones. Brutal. I guess so they had remotely killed off. That makes sense. It's kind of scary that they have that possibility. When they were open about the fact that they could nerf your battery remotely, that I found interesting. When Samsung was talking about how they would nerf people's battery down to like, I think it was 65% of its total actual capacity or something like that. Steam notifications? Oh man. I can't fix that. Wait, I have a solution. Boop. There. Problem solved. Now no one can troll me that way. Okay, anyways, this isn't super surprising. I think it's nice. Yeah. Customers that opt for a full refund and I think decide to go to another brand, yeah, like customers who switch to another brand, they still get the $25 that was originally offered. So if you decide to stick with Samsung, I believe you get an extra $75, so you get a total of $100. But if you refund your phone and go with anybody, you still get an extra $25. I think that's kind of cool. I know everyone got sort of dicked over. I gotta watch my language. I'm used to being able to like run my mouth a little bit when I'm at home, but no, this is the WAN show. Come on now. But yeah, it's you did get a little bit screwed over. You had to return your phone. You had this phone that was gonna possibly try to kill you and whatever. But I don't know. They're trying to do something. I just can't imagine them giving that much money back to every single person. If they were trying to do like $100 to everyone that was even jumping ship to Apple, that seems like a huge hit to them. I'm not sure. We will see. I keep on getting distracted by the WAN chat. Usually when I'm at this computer, the chat isn't going this quickly because it's my little show. Anyways, there isn't a ton to say for either of these topics, and we're already into rapid fire. I think that's the fastest I've ever gotten into rapid fire, because there was only 2 main topics, and both of them were extremely short. For the people that just tuned in, no, this is not LTT. There is a huge, like, monumental storm running through BC right now. You can look it up on the news. It's a big deal. And the power at the office is gone. So we had to stream somewhere. I have pneumonia and a sinus infection and like a few other things. My body's going cray-cray right now. So I'm infectious, so I can't be near other people, so I couldn't stream with other people. The plan was originally that we were going to stream from Nick's house because he has like a nice looking background and stuff like that. Mine's kind of junky. Anyways, whatever. But then I got diagnosed and we were like, okay, it's probably not a good idea. So now I'm streaming from home. This is actually where I normally stream from, but I don't normally stream with my camera this big. People can't normally see like that it's a random spare computer setup in like my kitchen. Anyways, yeah, so we're here. WAN Show's still happening. Yeah, share it. Get lots of views. Anyways, moving on. Hyperloop 1 and Dubai Future Accelerators will build the first Hyperloop for cargo. Let's actually use just the TechCrunch article here. So I'll post that in chat. Give me 1 second. I want to clean up these tabs. It is a little annoying doing WAN Show by yourself because there's just so many little extra things to do. Anyways, Dubai Future Accelerators has been created by the UAE alongside 7 government entities committing to piloting cutting-edge technologies for the country. DFA is an initiative of the Dubai Future Foundation and part of the Federal Endowment Fund worth $275 million. It's designed to invest in innovation which will shape the future of the UAE's industrial sectors, including transportation. So they're trying to move cargo. That sort of makes sense. There will be a 12-week program which has taken over 2,000 applications from 73 countries. Less than 1% of the applications were selected. Over 30 companies have been selected to take part of the program, and this includes the Hyperloop 1. So there's a video of the Hyperloop 1 Dubai, which we are going to watch here. Give me 1 second. Here we go.
We're on our way to Dubai, where we're going to have our first residency for installing Hyperloop. It's not getting a Hyperloop.
When you have the best team in the world and a badass product, you just know it's gonna happen.
Oh, crazy. This is the war room?
Yeah.
What is that? This is the war room? Hold up. Come on. They've got like fancy drapes and a big chandelier and stuff. And it's like what is this? Where are they right now? Is this some like estate house? Why are they in like an office? There's like 2 quick put up whiteboards in like some weird thing in the corner. What? I don't know. So weird. Ad block? This isn't ad block. What are you guys even talking about? There's an... Oh, that's not an ad. Oh, I thought it was. Anyways, I don't have ad block on here. So, whatever, yo. This is LastPass, not ad block. Get over yourself. Alright. Expo 2020. Wait, is that a thing? That would be cool. Hey, we're in the tallest building. Hey, there's sand. Why don't you show us anything about Hyperloop? This is the most useless video ever. Hey, we have a tablet.
It's not when anymore. It's happening now.
God, I am so sorry that I showed you guys that video. I am so sorry that I played that on stream. Because that was literally 100% useless. I just wasted 1 minute and 1 second plus the amount of time that I made fun of the room that they were in of all of your lives. Because that was literally completely useless. I apologize. Moving on. I have nothing more to say about that because my notes were done and that video was completely useless. So we're going to move on to the LCD transparent side panel that is now available for pre-order, which none of you should do because pre-orders are dumb. But... Ooh, that's loud. Please don't autoplay music on your website. That makes me want to suggest not pre-ordering even more. But there you go. There's the link to, I believe, Frostwolf. Let me share my screen here for a second. There we go. Frostwolf Gaming Series. It's gaming 100%. If you guys could read that bit. It's pretty small text and it's light gray on a white background. Multitasking 100%. Rendering 95%. Oh yeah. Yay. Now I've been thinking about doing a how to do one of these on your own kind of videos for a while. Would you guys be interested in that? A lot of my DIY videos don't get a ton of views. Let's do it. Oh, we can do a straw poll. Okay, give me a second. Strawpoll.me. Make a DIY transparent LCD side panel video. Yes, no. Turnip drum. Improve spam prevention. Sure, let's do that. That sounds fun. Alright, guys. Vote. So, like, it looks really sick. And the case they're showing it off here is the H440, I believe, from NZXT. It looks, I think it looks very cool. I know my keyboard is super freaking loud. I am sorry. These are Cherry MX Blues. This is the keyboard that I talked about in the video when I was like, it's got some weight to it. That is this keyboard right here. This is also the keyboard that I repaired. This is also the keyboard that showed up in my mineral oil video. This is the keyboard that shows up everywhere. It's got very loud, very tactile, very clicky. What was that? Oh, this isn't a GIF, it's a YouTube video? Is this just a YouTube video that they have on repeat? Why wouldn't they just make it a GIF? What? Oh, I kind of want that to happen again. Anyways, this is that keyboard, which is why it's so loud. So I'm sorry about that. I will type as little as possible. I want to see the results of that straw poll, but I guess I should put those on screen. So give me a second here. I want to, like, I can't believe that that's just, okay, let's see. Results. See, look, there's an ad, right? These are ads. I don't have ad block, so. Yes, okay, so everyone wants it, but then, I don't know. If I can find the time to do it, I will, but my DIY videos have not gotten a huge amount of views. But I will try, okay? I will try. But yeah, people do seem to want the transparent LCD side panel thing. I think that one would be maybe a little cooler than some of the other videos that I've made. That would be fair. Oh, you see, why is it a YouTube video? And then do they have it auto replaying? Apparently, yeah. What? Why go through the process of, like, making your site auto replay the same YouTube video when you could just make it a GIF? Oh, I don't know. That seems crazy. Onzi Frostwolf Gaming Series. It's all in German. Ooh, never mind. Not German. This thing is cool. I guess they want you to buy... Oh my god, it's $500 for the case and the LCD panel. Whew. Okay, let me go back to my screen real quick. NZXT H440. I'm going to check on Newegg. Newegg.com. Once I'm here and it stops freaking out, I'll share my screen again. There we go. Screen share. How much is an H440? Let's be fair. It's $119. This thing is expensive. Oh my god, that's 400 euros. Whoa! That's a lot of money. That's like 720 Canadian dollars that someone just posted in chat, and I'm pretty sure that's right. Oh my god. I thought that was $400 Canadian. That is so much money. Okay, we're going to move on. I'm going to very probably do my how to make your own transparent video thing. It's not that easy. That's part of the problem, and it's very easy to screw up. That was a lot of money. I don't think I could spend that much money on a singular side panel. But yeah, we will see. Apparently Foxconn deploys 40,000 robots in China. The last time I heard about this, they had deployed a huge amount of robots, but I believe it was in Taiwan, and they were super proud of it, which is an interesting way to look at robot replacement, because usually when a company fires a huge amount of people, they're like, oh, we're so sorry, like we can't manage this, or the markets are shifting, or like we failed in this way. And Foxconn lays off a huge amount of people, replaces them with robots, and is like, we're awesome, we just replaced all these people and we don't need them, screw all those people, we don't need anybody, we can just have robots do everything, screw them all. Which is interesting. Not very conventional, from what I've seen most companies do. But, you know, or they just ignore it. Like, what is it? McDonald's has been trying to replace people all the freaking time using the automated telling machine things. But they just don't talk about it, as far as I know. They're just like, nope, 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 nope. People like these telling machine things, and we're just, nope, it's fine. Anyways. So Foxconn is continuing to reduce the number of workers at its plants by creating digital devices, or that are creating digital devices. Sorry. Foxconn says that they can produce 10,000 of these robots annually. For the Kunshan factory alone, Foxconn has cut 60,000 employees. So I believe that was what happened earlier this year that Linus and I talked about. And they're saying with the increase of labor costs and with the younger generation's lack of interest in production line work, don't think that's the problem. Many companies have launched huge investments into automation. I think they've just done that because it's ridiculously cheap once it's implemented. They also plan to build robots for medical and health applications. So I think Foxconn is trying to... let me jump to the China News website. Here we go. I think Foxconn is trying to automate their own business to save money on labor, but also as kind of an advertisement to other businesses, showing off, look at what we can do. We make relatively highly advanced things. We manufacture relatively highly advanced things, and we do it automated. And then they're going to be like, look, we can make these robots for you for your applications as well. And I believe they want that to be a huge part of their model. So, yeah, I think that's honestly about it. Foxconn wants to kind of rule the world with robots, and they're not shy about that at all. I think they're going to brag about it every single time it happens because they want to start making that money off robots. So, yeah. Anyways, someone just reminded me, so I think I'm going to do it now. Give me one quick second. Da-da-da. Usually these are kind of Linus's thing, but here we go. Sponsor spots. First one, Mack Weldon. This shirt. It looks fantastic, if I do say so myself. I like it a lot. I don't think I've ever shown off a shirt on the show before, but you know, it's fine. It's comfortable. It feels nice. I'm wearing it right now. It's a Mack Weldon shirt, as you know. Mack Weldon believes in smart design, premium fabrics, and simple shopping. Yeah, we've bought underwear, this shirt, and some socks. They all feel great. It was easy to buy. They have a line of silver underwear, which I'm not going to show you, because Twitch. But they're comfortable. The silver, which is weaved into the fabric, helps eliminate odors. You can look up how that works. They want you to be comfortable, so if you don't like your first pair, you can keep it, and they will still refund you, no questions asked. Maybe don't be a jerk and just do that knowing that you're going to request the refund. But if you don't actually like it, you can request a refund. Everything is good. They're nice guys. Not only does Mack Weldon do underwear, socks, and shirts, they all look good. They perform well as well, which is great. I haven't used this to work out in because this is the first day I've had it, and I have pneumonia. So that wouldn't work out very well, would it? But I did work out in their underwear, and it went completely fine. So if you head over to MackWeldon.com, you get 20% off, which is a pretty solid percentage, using the promo code TechTips. Now, a classic sponsor of ours, Squarespace. Squarespace? just wants you guys to know that they have 24/7 live chat support and email support. Squarespace would also like you to know that it's only $12 a month and you get a free domain with Squarespace if you sign up for a year, which is absolutely fantastic. Squarespace has responsive design. Your websites will look great on any device, tablet, phone, laptop, desktop, console if you want. Squarespace also has commerce, so you can sell things that you own using their website platform, which is fantastic. And Squarespace also has cover page module, which is Linus's favorite thing. Linus's favorite thing, you should tweet him about this, is when an entire website is just on one page. Linus hates it when you ever have to click a link on a website that takes you somewhere else on the website. Why would you have to have additional clicks when you could just scroll down more? Linus loves cover pages. They're like his favorite thing. Seriously. Anyways, moving on. Everyone can now publish content with the Apple News format directly from their Squarespace blog module as well, which is fantastic. And if you decide to sign up with Squarespace, you can make use of offer code WAN to get 10% off of your first purchase, which is fan-freaking-tastic. And if you're like, all right, I'm dressed up all nice, I look good, I've got a sharp website with my cover page resume and stuff like that, I want to start doing business. You can buy some of my stuff online, but I also offer service. I want to come and fix people's stuff and whatnot, whatever. You need a way to manage your stuff and get paid for your services. That's where FreshBooks comes in. Look at that hook. Boom. I can do this stuff too. FreshBooks is the easy-to-use invoicing software that helps small businesses look professional. With the close too, you can do the Mack Weldon side of that, and get paid faster. You can try FreshBooks completely free for 30 days at freshbooks.com/WAN, and make sure you type WAN in the How Did You Hear About Us section. FreshBooks, you can, like, if you have expenses, you can take a picture of the expense with your phone and it handles everything on the app. You can tell when someone has read your invoicing email, so you know if they're just being lazy and not paying you on time. You can set up deposits, so people have to pay you a little bit before you actually show up and do your work, which is great. So you actually know they're not going to completely screw you over when you show up. You can see who owes you what very easily. If you have any questions, you can call them up and you can speak to a real human. No phone tree, no escalations, no return calls, just answers. Everything is fine. So again, freshbooks.com/WAN, enter WAN in the How Did You Hear About Us section. And they also have a mobile card reader now. So you can, like, read cards on, I believe, your phone and your tablet too. Nice and easy. Back to the normal show. Being energetic with your voice when you're on camera, when you have pneumonia, is not the easiest thing. So I don't know how long this show's going to go, but I don't want to stop you guys right when I just did the sponsor spots, because that seems super lame. So I'm going to keep going. We're going to move up. Soylent halts sales of their bars. Investigation into their illness stuff continues. My mom even called me about this because my mom knows that I'm kind of into, Squarespace and stuff. Or what? Blech? Soylent? Woo! Anyways, can't blame that one on pneumonia. So she was worried that I was eating these bars. So normally Squarespace deals in liquidy stuff. Originally it was a mix that you mixed with water, then they started just coming in the bottles or the mix, and then they had the bottle that has some coffee stuff in it, and then they started trying to make these bars. But apparently a few people got ill after eating some of the Soylent snack bars, and it was because of the Soylent snack bars. Possibly, I don't know if that's completely confirmed, but it's pretty sure at this point. Soylent has halted all of their sales and their shipments and have asked people to throw the bars away, and is refunding people. Did I say Squarespace again? Did I seriously do that? My bad, I didn't mean to, I'm sorry. Anyways, they're reaching out via email to customers who have ordered bars in the past, blah, 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 blah. Let's go to their blog real quick. Let's check this out. Yes, I did. I'm sorry. I'm talking about Soylent. Squarespace is stuck in my head. Sometimes I do these weird things where I see a word that starts with a certain letter, and then just every other word that starts with that letter becomes that word for some reason. Anyways, this is Soylent we're talking about, not Squarespace. Squarespace is fine. Squarespace is not recalling nutritional bars for making people sick. Squarespace makes great looking, helps you make great looking websites. There you go. Actually, they make great looking websites too. Squarespace.com looks kind of wonderful. Anyways, Soylent. Yeah, they're offering, if they haven't contacted you and you're like, what the hell, and you've ordered some bars, you can contact them at info@soylent.com. I almost just said info@atlantismediagroup.com. Oh, it's not even an email. Oh. Okay. We are deeply sorry if any customer had any negative experiences with the Soylent bar. I was reading on, I believe, was it their Instagram or their Twitter or something, comments that people had, and there was a bunch of people saying that they had eaten and consumed the bars and had no problems with it at all. But there was also people that were claiming that they did have problems. So seriously, if you have any of these bars, unless it's for a prank and you're gonna... No, I'm not even gonna go there. Nope. Just return them. Or throw them away and get your refund. Similar to the Samsung phone. If you're someone who is eating Soylent bars and bought a Note 7, you just didn't have a lot of luck with your purchasing decisions recently, did you? I'm sorry to hear that. I feel for you. I hope you get your refunds, and I hope everything goes okay. That's all I have to say. Your refunds are not going great. So someone in the chat said an allergy problem possibly. I know Soylent in the past has had some minor issues with their quality control, so I wonder if it's something going on with how they made the bar as well. Let me just check this really quick. Nope, that's an email, not a Hangouts. I'm just wondering if Nick is going to send me a message being like, yo dude, you screwed up. I don't know if I did something wrong. Moving on. I need to figure out where I'm going. Oh, what? I didn't even know this was a thing, and this is gonna make me really super sad. The title of this is Star Citizen single player is delayed indefinitely. What? What? I'm so sad right now. What? Cloud Imperium Games has announced the Star Citizen single-player campaign will be delayed indefinitely. Reason being is that there are huge chunks of it still unfinished. CIG had originally promised that this mode would ship in 2016. Okay, I think we all knew that wasn't going to happen. But now that won't be happening. Part of the problem comes from them overhauling their engine, which some CIG developers say it's been more work than creating a new one from scratch. Full game's release date is unknown. So these are their current problems that they have. Pathfinding logic, full animation integration, improved combat logic, mission system integration, enhanced flight AI. Those are some pretty core concept issues. This does seem a little clickbaity though. I guess I didn't share my screen. That would be a slight problem if you wanted to read along with me. There we go. It does seem a little clickbaity. Let me look up real quick. Indefinitely. Yeah, so indefinitely literally means for an unlimited or unspecified period of time. I think normally when people say indefinitely, they kind of usually mean the unlimited side of things, as in it's not happening. I don't think that's at all what CIG said. Because I watched this live stream and I was like, I don't remember them saying that. So it was delayed. I'm pretty sure we all knew this was going to be a thing. We all knew it wasn't going to release in 2016. So they still have problems, which are pathfinding logic, full animation integration, improved combat logic, mission system integration, enhanced flight AI, object container streaming, GPU and CPU optimizations. There's a lot for them to do. But I think a more proper way to say it would be delayed. Maybe not delayed indefinitely. That's all I would say. There's some debate in the chat over whether or not indefinitely means forever, permanently, or if it means just a short period of time. However you take it is however you take it, but literally part of the definition is that it's possibly an unlimited amount of time. So I'm going to go with that they probably should have just said delay instead of delayed indefinitely. Anyways, apparently a Chinese company has bought a major stake in Newegg. This was posted in the Wall Street Journal. It's kind of interesting. Paul and Kyle and Steve and all them don't work there anymore. China firm expected to invest $20 billion to $30 billion. I don't think that's just in Newegg. I think that's in a bunch of different things. To read the full story, subscribe or sign in. I don't have a Wall Street Journal account. So we're not going to look at this article. I'm just going to talk to you about what's inside, because whoever made the notes for this apparently does have a Wall Street Journal account. Reports in September of significant investment from Hangzhou Liaison Interactive Information Technology Company Limited, which would allow Newegg to accelerate the pursuit of the company's strategic initiative, has resulted in a bid towards controlling a majority of the company's shares. Wow. Deal is estimated to be around $2.63 billion. Will add Liaison Interactive in bolstering its global in bolstering its global competitiveness, allowing for a large expansion into the American market. So I think they're just like straight up buying their way into the States. That is pretty intense. Yikes. Won, not dollars. Nope, 2.63 billion US dollars. I will literally post that number in the chat. There you go. Literally says USD. USD. So yep, 2.63 billion USD. They're buying a controlling share of the company, so that's over 50%. Or that's okay. That's not necessarily true. Anyways, it's probably a huge portion of the company. I think they're buying a very massive amount. Apparently HP is going to axe up to 4,000 jobs over the next 3 years. This is an Ars Technica article. Ars Technica is pretty awesome. HP axing 4,000 jobs isn't pretty awesome, though. CEO Dion Weisler, really hope I said that correctly, says markets are challenging, but the vendor is confident with their strategy, planning to trim workforce up to 18%, with the loss of between 3,000 and 4,000 jobs by 2019. So if you work at HP, possibly a good time to try to find an out. Maybe it's because they're trying to sell stuff like this. I don't know, like, I used to work at a Best Buy for a few years there, on and off in the summers and stuff between school to try to save some money. These kind of things never ever sold. Like, I actually don't think we ever sold one in the entire time that I was there. Why are you still making this? Maybe, okay, let me see in the, let's do a straw poll. All-in-one Windows PC. Yes, no, sure. So this is kind of a weird question because I'm saying all-in-one Windows PC, yes or no, but I'm defining it by like, are you interested? Do you know people that are interested? Yes or no? That's kind of where I'm going with that. But I'm interested to see what people say because, like, seriously, I don't think I've ever seen one in someone's home. We had 2 at the Best Buy that I worked at, and no one ever bought them ever. If someone did end up buying them, they were so heavily discounted by the time that I was leaving that someone probably got it for like 50% of the freaking cost. That has 3D scanning abilities with Intel RealSense. Great, you could just buy a RealSense camera and then have it anyways on a normal computer. Why does it matter? I don't know. This is stupid. I'm not into the Windows all-in-ones. Kind of weird. Let's see the results on this. So, whoop. No, I want that. I want to do that. So we can see, maybe, hey look, Best Buy. Oh man. You guys can't even see that. That's an ad on my other monitor. Jeez. So many ads. All-in-one PC. 74% of people not interested at all and don't know anyone that's interested. 14% of people might know someone that's interested or be slightly interested at all. And then 12% of people are voting turnip. Awesome. Super great. I don't know, guys. Maybe that's just the wrong product. But anyways, they're planning on shaving millions of the company's costs by laying off those workers. The tech giant's staff headcount as of last November stood at 50,000 workers. That's pretty intense. Apparently, the job cuts would begin in 2017 and be done by 2019. So again, if you work at HP right now, heads up. HP anticipates to be in connection with the plan. Ooh. 350 million to 500 million in restructuring and other charges due to both labor and non-labor actions. Of these amounts, HP expects to incur approximately 200 million in labor costs related to workforce reductions. Woo! The printer and PC maker predicts that from 2020 the layoffs will generate gross annual run rate savings of approximately 200 to 300 million. So it'll cost them a lot up front, and they're hoping that they save money in the long run. That is pretty brutal. I don't know. Poor people that work at HP. I have a hard time ever really feeling that bad for HP. But poor people that work at HP. Anyways, moving on. Apparently there's a rumor that more Nintendo NX leaks have happened, including a price. Apparently it will cost $300 for the system and $400 for a bundle. These are US dollars. Comes from a source over Reddit, so we all know that is just definitely genuine. Totally. Will launch with Zelda and an unspecified Mario title. I don't think it launching with Zelda was super surprising. Okay, good. I'm not signed into the forum. So I will video share here. I just needed to make sure I wasn't signed in. Apparently aiming for 1080p 60, aiming for 900p in handheld mode. Whatever handheld mode necessarily is, I think is still up in the air a little bit. The source is this YouTube thing, so I'm not going to click on that just in case, because who knows. But yeah. There we go. Whew. Not super interesting. I don't know. I'm super excited for the NX, but I don't know if this is a problem or not, but I just don't really get that excited for rumors. Like, the price on that isn't too bad. $300 for the system is the same price as an Xbox One S. The bundle, I wonder what that's about, because $100 more for a bundle. Maybe that's if you get Zelda and Mario. That could maybe make a little bit of sense. Not entirely sure. But yeah, bundle price there. Who knows? We're seriously running out of topics. This was a very, very short week. Valve has showed off a VR prototype. This is something I can easily talk about. Let's go to video share. So new controller there, which looks pretty weird. I don't know what's going on there. It's going around his wrists, and there's something on the back of his hand, and then there's like this thing in the middle of his hand, which looks like you would hold on a trigger. It looks very odd. I don't really know what else to say other than that it looks very odd. You can see what I've maybe been looking for on Amazon lately. Anyways, but yeah, looks kind of weird. I don't know what's going on with that, but it does look also super prototypey, so other things could happen. And that's all they're really showing off, apparently. Wow, this article was not nearly as interesting as it could have been. I can make those pictures bigger. Yep, there we go. That looks not comfortable. But again, it's a prototype. It'll get better. Even the LEDs and stuff are exposed. IR LEDs. So yeah, it'll get better. The controller sits in the palm of your hand. It doesn't extend much around the outside. And then I guess they're moving that big ring to just like the back of your wrist mainly. Compacting it more. It does look like it'll probably honestly be better than what they currently have. But I don't know if I'm more interested in that than the touch controllers. The touch controllers are a pretty good implementation of VR controllers, to be completely honest. It's pretty brutal. It's going to be a much more interesting fight once those touch controllers come out. We've already ordered some, by the way, so once they're released, hopefully we'll get those pretty quick, and I'll get a review that no one will watch of the Oculus touch controllers out, which will be great. Yeah, that'll be good. BMW put self-driving into the spotlight with the new 5 Series. So I'm going to post this in the chat as well. There we go. So more to the 5 Series than just a set of radar-driven cruise control systems. There's more to us than just some radar-driven cruise control systems. We go deeper than that. That's what BMW is trying to say. It also takes care of acceleration, steering, and braking up to 210 kilometers per hour or 130 miles per hour. It uses a camera mounted on the front. The system will also automatically adapt to changing speed limits, although drivers can force a car to push 15 kilometers per hour or 9 miles per hour above if they want. Interesting. So I wonder if that's a pre-programmed pushing it above? Because this is using drive assist. So they're, okay, to clarify there, they're not like capping how fast you can drive by slightly above the speed limit. I think it's when you have the like lane assist auto driving thing enabled that you can only go slightly above. It's kind of interesting. New 5 Series releases on February 11th of 2017, and there was not very much in terms of further information there. It is controlled by the driver, so autonomous drive isn't technically at fault if you get a speeding ticket that results from you forcing the autonomous driving to go above what it wants to. That kind of makes sense. I mean, that completely makes sense. Sorry. Dun, 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 dun. Google's DeepMind AI team has a memory-boosted AI that can help you navigate the subway. They developed a memory-boosted neural network that can create and work with sophisticated data structures, which is the DeepMind AI team. I believe we already knew that. It has an example of the map of the London Underground. Let's see if we can actually see this. Da-da-da. Nope. Oh, man. News was really weak this week. See what I did there? Same sounding word, different actual word. People trying to squish on the subway and no examples. Whoa, oh, wait. Nope. Nope. Thanks, Engadget. Ah, brutal. Yep, so there's no examples at all. There's really not much else to say. The examples are like, if they decide to do it this way, that would be cool. So they're saying, example, if it has a map of the London Underground, it could figure out the quickest path from stop to tell you where you'd end up after following a route sequence. Meaning that Google's memory-based or memory-boosted AI could help you get from train to train if you're wondering where to go. To be completely honest, I was in London not that long ago, and their underground is pretty easy to figure out. But some of them aren't, so that could be rather helpful. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to that. And then we only have one topic left. But the show's like barely been going on for an hour, so not entirely sure what I'm going to do then. Colton like warned me today. He was like, there's not much in the dock because we ran out of power partway through the day. So yeah. But anyways, I'm going to talk about a Nikon DSLR with sub-zero peltier cooling. It says the Astronomers Camera of Choice. Okay. Why? Whoa! Okay, look at this thing. Okay, I finally have something cool to show you guys. What? That's nuts. Why would you need that? Oh my god, that is crazy. Increasing image sensor sensitivity. Oh, that's pretty cool. I bet you Brandon would be way more interesting to talk to about this, because I have no idea why you would ever need a giant Peltier cooler on your camera, but he probably does. There's a view from the front so you can see it sticking out of the back. Sensor cooling system for very low electric noise. Gotcha, that makes sense. Then it has like an anti-dewing system. Modified filter for increased sensitivity. Use without battery. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I wish they had a video. This is apparently an example of the kind of photos you can take with the Nikon D5500A cooled camera with a refractor telescope attached to the front. I mean, it's a cool photo. People are asking where Linus is. Linus had a baby. So for those who didn't catch the very beginning of the stream, and I'm definitely buying time here because I haven't been doing WAN Show long enough and there is no topics left. Linus is out with a new baby. He had his third baby. Everything went fine. They're doing well, but they are at home, so he was not at work. And then, so Linus and Yvonne are both on maternity leave, trying to take time to themselves. And while they're gone, all possible shit is hitting the fan. So there's a giant storm. Let me see if I can actually find this. Fuck it. I mean, whoop! Oh, I'm used to being able to swear when I'm streaming in this area because this is my personal streaming area. I'm sorry. Okay. BC storm. Here we go. Here's a topic. We're gonna move on. 75,000 customers without power at height of second BC storm. Is this even what's happening right now? Yes, this is an article from today, so I did find the correct thing. You can see trees being pulled out of the freaking ground, trees falling over onto telephone lines. I believe this is 3 different pictures of the same thing. Let's play this video from Pat Wong. Some waves and wind flying around. Anyways, we don't have power at the office right now. So we weren't able to do the WAN Show from the office. We were going to do the WAN Show from Nick's house, and I was going to co-stream it with either Colton, Taryn, or Nick. But then the problem with co-streaming it with Colton, Taryn, or Nick is that today I just got diagnosed with pneumonia, a sinus infection, and I have some problem with my neck, which is causing muscle tightening, which is being amplified by the coughing and the sneezing from the pneumonia and the sinus infection, which is causing a headache. Boom! Triple whammy. So, giant storm, baby just got here, I'm sick literally 3 times over. So that's why the show is here at my house and not somewhere else, because I can't co-host it at someone else's house because I will make them horribly sick. So yeah, that's what we got for now. Back to video share. This is talking more about the storm that's hitting BC here. Apparently you can't see the dock. There's a dock here because it's just covered up by water. This storm that's hitting us is the remnants of a typhoon, I believe. It's the, like, typhoon's gone, but energy from the typhoon is still coming. Apparently there's still a 3rd storm on its way that's expected on Saturday. That's tomorrow, when the remnants of Super Typhoon Songda will be arriving then. So there's going to be even more power outages. There's a lot of fire engines and stuff running around all over the place. I wish I didn't have pneumonia and a sinus infection and a neck problem, because I'd love to be outside trying to haul trees off roads and make sure that people are okay. I've already messaged my neighbors upstairs and told them, like, hey, I've got non-perishable food and blankets and a lot of board games, so if we run out of power, we can kind of hubble up a little bit. Actually, no, we can't. I have pneumonia. Forgot about that part. I can give you guys board games and things if you need them. But then I was sure they were ready, so I messaged them, but I'm sure you're probably fine. And they were like, yep, we're good. We got lots of non-perishable food and blankets and board games, and if you need those too. So yeah, between myself and the upstairs neighbors, we'll all be fine. Don't worry about us. But yeah. Haul trees with your convertible? No, my convertible is super dead. I guess you haven't heard the updates. There's a video, I'm not going to link it because it's self-promotion, whatever stuff, but there's a video by my fuel injectors and fuel pump blew up while I was on a bridge, and now I have a new car. It's been years, man. You're old school. Anyways, but... Oh, PlayStation VR. Someone just said PlayStation VR in chat. I'm really hurting for topics because I'm done the whole WAN Show doc because nothing really happened this week. But yeah, PlayStation VR, we have an order in for that. We will be checking it out. From what I've seen so far, it's not going to blow my mind at all. But it looks interesting. I don't know. I don't like the idea that you can't turn around. That kind of bugs me. Yeah. On the spectrum of things, here, let's do a WAN show first. We're gonna do ghetto painting with Luke. So let's go video share. So on the spectrum of VR, you have, let's go opaque. Oh man, writing in paint is pretty difficult. And transparent. This is going to be everyone's favorite part of the show, right? This is just the best thing that's ever happened on WAN Show, right? Totally. Hell yeah. And then let's go... free... Ooh. And then tethered. So on this spectrum thing, you've got like opaque and tethered, so you've got, okay, so Vive, Oculus, the Sony thing, and a few others. On the, okay, so free doesn't mean like money free. Free means there's no tether. I was going to do no tether, and then I was like, it's just too much writing. So opaque and free, you've got like the Google Dream thing, and you've got Samsung's Gear VR. Transparent and tethered, there is one of these, but I don't remember what it's called. And then transparent and no tethered, you've got the Microsoft HoloLens. Wow, that's terrible. In this spectrum is where you're seeing most of the performance right now, opaque and tethered. So you've got like the Vive and the Oculus Rift because they're tethered, which is where you get a lot of the computational power, but they're opaque, so they don't have to deal with the environment around you. Opaque, okay, so opaque and transparent is like if you have an Oculus Rift, there's something blocking your vision, so you can't see outwards. With a HoloLens, it's transparent, so that you can see through it, and you can still see the walls and people that are in the room. Opaque is non-transparent. I just realized people might not know what opaque means. So opaque means you can't see through it. So when you're wearing a Rift or a Vive, you purposefully cannot see the things that are in the room with you. When you're wearing a Microsoft HoloLens, you can purposefully see the things that are in the room with you. HoloLens is AR, not VR. You meant... It's... okay. There's augmented virtual reality, AVR. And then there's virtual... because you can... the definitions of all these things get very mixed up. But this is just the graph of headsets, not those things specifically. Don't worry about AR, VR, any of that kind of stuff. This is just headsets. So with Sony coming in here and doing this, the main benefit that you get from opaque tethered headsets is the performance side of things. And the PlayStation 4 doesn't have a ton of performance. So... I don't know. AVR, AR is still VR, but if it's AR and VR, it's still AR. Yeah, I know, but there's other, just don't worry about it. Like I said, I was just talking about headsets in general. Calm your tits and sit down. Man, I have to remember that I'm not allowed to say swear words and stuff, because it's the WAN Show still. Luke looks so bored. I kind of am. I don't have any more topics to do. The doc is literally done. But I haven't been streaming for that long, so I don't know what I'm going to talk about anymore. I guess, okay, I'll talk about this. I went down to Microsoft in Redmond. They're about 3 hours below us on the map. So Brian and I drove there last week to check them out. We thought that we were going down there to check out a HoloLens demo, and I was expecting... They told us that we weren't going to be allowed to film like at all, which was gonna suck. But I was gonna try to do like a HoloLens impressions video where I just use their B-roll and don't get to actually show you guys any of me actually trying it. And I was like, this is gonna be kind of weird, but I really want to try HoloLens, so whatever. The HoloLens demo we ended up getting was only like 2 minutes long anyways. I talked about that a little bit on a previous show. But some things that we did get to see was their advanced prototyping and hardware engineering labs. Exclusive tour. Super cool. Went to go see that with Judner from Your Average Consumer and Austin Evans from Austin Evans. So that was awesome. It was cool hanging out with those guys, and it was cool checking that place out. And there's a video coming about that whole deal soon. It's pretty sweet. It could have been better if I knew I was going to even be able to do that, but they didn't tell us that that was happening before we went down, so I wasn't ready for like a factory tour kind of deal. So yeah, could have been better, but I hope that video will be pretty cool. Also, we checked out the garage, which I will garage.microsoft.com, which is this thing. So like they have maker spaces on campus where employees are encouraged to like do cool stuff. So you can go like, all right, let's look at mobile only. So there's 2 completed garage apps. It's called Sprightly and Kaizala. I don't know what those are. Create catalogs, e-cards, and more for your business and personal needs. Okay, I don't know. But there's... Here, let's look at what's currently being worked on. So there's a huge amount of projects in here right now. I know, okay, I've seen this one before, Trip Tracker. So this one automatically maps all of your trips that you've done. It knows if you're driving, running, biking, all that kind of stuff, blah, 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 blah. So if you went for a bike ride but like forgot to be like, hey, I'm going for a bike ride phone, it can still track all of that for you. And luckily it's not super crazy, insanely creepy, because you can turn it off. which is fun. Being able to turn it off is great. Could you do a Q&A? I can always do a Q&A. Just ask a question. Tag myself in chat, because I'm not logged in as Linus in this thing. So if you do like an @ tag for me in chat, then it'll show up as like red or whatever. And then, oh god, now everyone knows that. But yeah, you can just do that, and then I'll see your question in chat, and it'll be easy to do. No big deal. But yeah, they have tons of these mymustache.net. You can rate how your mustache goes up against other people's mustaches. Oh, it automatically rates your mustache. Holy crap. That's fantastic. Look at this guy. He got auto-stashed. It made it even better. Oh god. So many people talking about different things. Windows 10 Redstone 2 launch date. WCCF article, you know it's going to be good. Who knows if it's going to be true or not. Redstone 2, Windows 10 version 1703. I have no idea what this is talking about. Windows 10 Redstone 2 is referred internally as version 1703. Okay. It's considered the biggest feature upgrade to come to Windows 10 since it's launched. Since its launch. When is it coming? Spring of 2017. Okay. Holy crap, I'm bored. Come on, boys, we need better news topics than that. Come on now. Forever ago in LTT, there was a new video of a new set. What is that? What are you... What? When are you going to upgrade your new CPU? Still running a 2600K, right? I am still running a 2600K. My upgrade to CPU will be happening fairly soon. All the parts for my new personal rig are here. But I didn't think they were going to be here until the end of November. So the mod that I want to do to the case is still gonna take a little while. So yeah, I don't know if I want to just show building the computer in a very normal way by just kind of plugging things in that are really expensive and then being like, hey, personal rig update. I think people will be like, yo, that's pretty boring. So I kind of want to do the mod as well. And the mod is going to be rather difficult, and sourcing the stuff for it is going to be rather difficult. So, yeah. It's going to take a little bit, but it should be before the end of November that you guys... Okay, that my personal rig update is done. I don't know when you guys are going to see it because of editing queue and vessel queue and waiting for all the other things to get out of the way queue... and then YouTube and blah 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 blah. But the videos should be done before the end of November. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to be it for the WAN show. Honestly, I am exhausted from all the different various ways that I am sick, and there's no more topics left, and there hasn't been for the last 20 freaking minutes. So I am going to end the stream. Also, I need to fight through figuring out how to even upload this thing, because usually I don't do that. Usually Linus does that. I even screwed up a bit of the pre-show by not putting a YouTube video up that the show was live, which is probably why there isn't very many viewers right now. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Speaking of not feeling great, yeah, I will be... Someone just asked if I'm streaming. Yes, I will be doing my stream. I don't know if I'm going to run out of power or not, so I don't know how that's going to go, but I will be doing my stream. Not immediately, because I need to take some drugs that I have for my pneumonia stuff, and I need to get this all uploaded and make sure that I do it properly because the archive is important. So, yes. See you guys later. After party will be happening, and it will be like an actual after party this time, because I just hosted the show and stuff, so we can talk about tech things if you want. That's cool. Twitch.tv/Luke_LAFR. I'll see you there. Intro. Intro. I hope I did everything right. See ya.